stands about 5 feet. And, sorry. Henry Hamilton Bennett, the same man that named Witch's Gulch and everything you guys just saw over there, he came and made this place famous as well. He came from Canada to be a carpenter, but a Civil War injury to his right hand made that impossible. So he took over an old photography shop in downtown Kilbourne, which is now called Wisconsin Dells. In his time, it took 3 to 5 minutes for the exposure to go all the way through on the picture. That means you had to stand completely still for those 3 to 5 minutes. You couldn't take pictures of anything in motion or they'd turn out really blurry. That's often why you don't see anyone smiling in pictures from the 1800s, because it's really hard to hold a smile for that long. If you moved your mouth at all, it would blur, the picture would be ruined, you'd have to do it again. It was a lot easier just to keep a straight face. Well, Henry was a little upset by that. He wanted to take pictures instantly. He knew you could capture a lot more that way, especially here on the river where everything is moving. So he created what he called the snapper, but we now call the stop action shutter that's in all of your cameras today. His version was just a cigar box and a few rubber bands, but it did the trick. He was able to take pictures instantly and take pictures of things in motion. It worked beautifully. He was really excited about it, so he would show people pictures of things like lumber rassmen throwing ropes to each other. They would take a look at that picture, they'll say that those ropes were held up by wire and everyone was just standing still. Lumber rassmen throw ropes to each other, people thought they were held up by wire, everyone was standing still, so they thought he was faking his pictures. Well, he was really upset by that, so he came here, and in order to convince them with no dispute, he stood up on that ledge right up there with his snapper. The trees were a little less thick in his day. And he had his 15-year-old son, Ashley Bennett, jump 17 times back and forth until he caught a picture of him directly in the middle, which we have a copy of right there. The original of that picture can be found in the Smithsonian, and there's a copy in the H.H. Bennett studio downtown Wisconsin Dells, along with several other pictures by H.H. Bennett of the area. Well, that picture finally did convince people that he'd created his stop-action shutter, because you can't really stop yourself in midair for 3 minutes, so they knew he wasn't faking his pictures. A lot of people were really amazed by that, but they were also really amazed by the rock formation they saw in the picture, because they'd never seen anything like it before. So they asked him where it was. When he answered, he said none other than Wisconsin Dells. So it was this right here, the river and all the rock formations along that you've seen today, that really brought people to this area in the first place, not really those water parks or things you might know us for now. So we would really like to thank you guys for coming out, taking our tour, and rediscovering what made Wisconsin Dells famous. Now, we obviously don't have Ashley Bennett here to jump for you today, but we do have a German Shepherd to reenact his famous leap. He will jump once across and once back, and he is very fast. So if you want to try for a picture, get your cameras ready. Ready?
What's his name? Well, is he ready? He's not ready.
Well, if you missed it, don't feel bad. It took Henry 17 tries.